Wait, I think you're muted. Yeah.
I like the fact that you both joined at the same time, both late. One of you at least notified me. Munjul, you're muted.
Sorry about that.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Literally, he joined, notifying me he's gonna be late 5 minutes. You joined literally the same moment. So, how are you guys doing? You're muted, Alex. Like you're still muted. You speak to me
My
since you
bad.
joined. You're
I
still
said,
muted.
I said we planned it, so we both joined at the same time.
See, fair enough, fair enough. By the way, Manjul, why did you book the meeting twice?
Me?
I'm
No,
asking.
no.
I did it. I booked it once and I still saw it there on my calendar, so I thought, why not book it again?
Fair enough. Okay, cool. Cool. So, guys, do you have any sales calls? Do you want to do some practice? Do you want some theory today? What's on your mind? I don't mind. Or do you have any questions you try to get an answer to?
Would you go with theory? And then we practice later.
You want to go over theory, okay, Alex?
Theory is good because I didn't have sales calls this week, but I had also a few questions. Like the stuff I asked you like on WhatsApp, like the screenshots and stuff I sent you, I would love some feedback. And also there is like I want to get started on cold calling because I built a database and I want to ask about script options, basically. Like, what do you think?
Okay, then summarize your questions and just ask me them one by one. If you want to, you can also just add the questions from the WhatsApp because I think I looked at two of them. I answered two of them, and then I didn't answer the last one. So just summarize your questions and ask me them. There's one who can profit from it anyways.
Well, first off, could you look at the outreach message I'm using and tell me if it's good? But I can also tell that it needs change. I just don't know what specifically. Basically, I think I sent
You
it.
mean the screenshots, yes?
No, the message after the second last screenshot is the outreach message that's automated on LinkedIn.
Oh,
See
you
that?
mean they're not sure if this is
Yeah,
relevant for you, John,
yeah.
but I'm trying to learn about how a lack of credibility can impact your business. I've been talking to a few financial planners already. I want to make sure that the pain is real. Would you have 15 minutes to chat next week? Cheers, Alex.
So
Okay, and how did people?
this is the message we kind of agreed on with Nikita. I think he's off your team now, but when I set up LinkedIn, we agreed on this
Yeah,
because the previous message I was using was basically identical, except before it was I've been talking to a few financial planners already, but before I
yeah.
dedicate a service to it, I want to make sure the pain is real. We scratched that because we have a service now. But what I've noticed is the answer rate, the reply rate is pretty good,
Mm.
but a lot of
What's the response rate?
I think like 12 or 15%, roughly around that. At
Okay.
least that's what Wallexy says. Now, what I have noticed is that people tend to be like, oh, I don't have that problem. Now, I assumed since financial planners, lack of credibility is let's say, a relevant factor, at least from what I've discovered when I was researching the niche, because,
So lack of credibility is not. Or
It's not
yeah.
getting the replies that I want to. People tend to be like, yeah, that doesn't affect me, or oh, timing is bad, or whatever. So I'm thinking to change it to something like I'm trying to learn about how lack of leads or how the difficulty of acquiring new clients or something like this can impact your business. But I wanted your feedback because you also said that I shouldn't talk anything that makes them think of marketing from like straight off, right? So I wanted your feedback.
Yes. So look, let me focus on the examples. Give me 1 second.
Go for it.
Wait, is that the same fucking person? Yes, John Robinson, John Robinson. Yes, here. So it starts here.
Only the last screenshot is a different guy, but there
Hmm.
it's not about the first message.
See, but then this is the first screenshot. So, wait, is this the same fuck?
Yeah, it's just I was on laptop
Oh,
and
okay. So yes, essentially, I'm
over.
trying to learn as much. Pa. See, but then when he asks you what service or product do you offer to CFPs, I will love to discuss in more detail. You could have literally said, "Look, I don't think it's fully relevant. I'm just collecting data currently about financial planners, and like that's not a sales call. So why would I tell you what is it I'm doing when I don't even think it's relevant to you?" But then, nonetheless, would you have a 15 minutes so we can just see where you as a financial planners are standing at? So that will be to this message.
Yeah, yeah. No, so
And then underneath, when he responded, "So how about it? You think you no, no, thank you. I'm comfortable with my current marketing as it is, and don't feel need for change." See, but that doesn't make sense because you responded to that with all due respect. Change and upgrade are two different things. However, I perfectly understand if you already achieved your financial goals and are happy with your current situation. That doesn't make sense because what you could have answered to this was simply absolutely fine, but then are you at your max capacity? Besides, I have never mentioned marketing. I just simply wanted to collect some data.
right. Yeah, see that message that I think the goal of what I wrote was the same, as in I tried to see when I said I perfectly
See,
understand if you've achieved your
no,
financial goals, I tried to like make him almost pissed, if that makes sense.
no, but it went in a completely wrong direction
Yeah,
because in this case, you were not trying to sell the meeting, you were trying to sell yourself or your product. And there is a difference how you will even formulate the message while doing so. Because do we both agree with that message that you just said? You were only thinking about your service, you were not thinking about the meeting. That's why when you like that's why a business is separated into three different stages, which they are completely separated. Where you have the acquisition, where the goal of the acquisition is to, for example, similar to sales, build up a gap in between where is someone, where do they want to go, and then sell the meeting because you're initially just selling the meeting. Like you're not selling the product because this is not a sales call.
right.
Independent if you're doing this on a cold call, independent if you're doing this as a DM. Then is the sales part where again you're discovering, you are building the gap, you're figuring out where they are, where they want to go, and then you are fixing the gap with your solution, with your service. And then you have the service delivery part, which is again just a different part of the cookie.
Yeah. You see, but I tried this before. This is the problem I had when with the older version of the message when I told you that instead of wait, where is it? Instead of saying, why am I not seeing it? 1 second. See, instead
Oh,
of
and
saying,
yeah.
uh, I've talked to financial partners already, I want to make sure the pain is real, I would say, before I dedicate a service to it, I want to make sure the pain is real. So when I did that, the goal was to sort of go into that meeting and then be almost oblivious, as in them thinking it's a, and I would keep on that as in, oh, if they would ask for specifics, I would be like, oh, it's just an interview format. I just want to learn about your job, collect data, whatever. Right? So I was doing that. And the problem I had was with the calls is that, like, for example, I had a call with a few of them, and now I'm struggling to reschedule another one where now I've developed a service, if that makes sense. Because they
No,
basically,
but no. But then you fucked up. Do you know why?
did I
Because on the
fuck up in
basis
the
that
first
someone,
call?
yes, because on the basis that yes, you are promising a 15-minute call. That's why the way we have, granted, you can show me your calendar because I don't remember if I have set it up with you or not. But on the basis that your calendar is set up properly, you book the meeting for 15 minutes with them, but it blocks 1 hour of your and his time.
Yeah, we did that.
So on the basis, yes, so on the basis that the 15 minutes are good, and you can say, by the way, funny enough, I was right about your pain. I'd be more than happy to show you the solution to it. Can I just show it to you? Because on the basis that you will provide them enough value, they are not gonna just leave. Or in the worst case, if they actually don't have time because they actually have only planned 15 minutes, you can just reschedule it on the call. And they will come back because they're gonna be curious on what may be the solution to the problem.
So then the structure of these first 15 minutes, because I think that's where I fucked up before, is the same structure
As a discovery call, like
as
as a discovery
any
part of the
calls
call.
I've had. I just start asking them because back then I would ask them, I think I have the, let me just quickly check. I think I have the question sheet I used as a reference
Yeah.
on those calls before.
Because there is generally a chance that you've been doing even the discovery part correctly. You just didn't know how to switch it into a pitch.
I think that was the problem, yeah.
But then it has nothing to do with the outreach. It only has to do something with your sales skills.
So I can keep, because that worked. See, the reply rate was worse than now,
Yeah.
but from reply rate conversion to call was better than now back then. That was before I
Mm-hmm.
started working with you. But I think like I did fuck up in switching to from discovery from interview
Yeah.
format to sales. So what you're saying is that I can keep basically pushing, oh, I'm just trying to learn, right? And then
Yeah.
on the sales call, I just need to switch the perspective, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's
Basically, yes. Because look, even the last screenshot you sent me, that's a good response. Where you have the opportunity to just sell the meeting, which will be, oh look, I just worked with a bunch of financial planners. I have discovered all of them have the same pain point. I'm just collecting data to assure myself that it's true. Would you be available for a quick 15-minute chat?
yeah. But I do think we should change it because a lot of people, I thought lack of credibility based on, like, I did a shit ton of Reddit research. I talked to, on
Yeah.
even on Reddit, I talked to a lot of financial planners. I was just being, I was being active in the community,
Yeah.
pretending I'm, all of that lack of credibility seemed to be the biggest problem of specifically independent planners because they're like, they start off and people don't know them, etc. And then
Yeah.
with the service that we provide, well, you provide, it seemed like the perfect solution as well, right? But it's not as good
Yeah.
of a, it doesn't trigger them as well as I thought it would. So I want to maybe change it. So yeah, then you can,
Look, you can A/B test it. That's
right.
absolutely fine.
So yes, I sent you the list of questions I was asking before I was working with you for the interview format, question, like for the interview format calls I had, and also where I was struggling to switch it to
Yeah, these
sales.
are basically fucking. These are literally discovery questions.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't use them now because I don't know why, but I these were preventing me from switching it to sales. Like I would have to schedule another call.
No, you can generally do it on the same call.
So these you think these are good questions and I just fucked up the
Yes,
like
you just fucked up
switch basically.
the
Conversion.
there was literally a word I'm looking for. No, it's
Yeah,
not
same.
conversion.
Sequence.
So, huh?
I'm guessing the
Transfer, not
sequence.
transfer. It's close to transfer, but I'm blanking right now.
Transition.
Transition. There we go. Yeah.
I was looking for the word transition. Yeah. You were just probably fucking up in the transition because by the end of the day, if you have everything based on the data that on those questions, you can literally let's say we are in the call right now, yes, and you have
Right.
gave me answer to all of those questions. Alex, fun enough, I was absolutely right, and it may sound a little bit odd, but this is generally speaking something that most financial
Something
planners that is the bottleneck that most financial planners have. Funny enough, you just confirmed it to me, and I have also found a solution to that bottleneck. Would you mind if I just share it with you?
right.
Again, it's not a sales call, so I'm not going to try to pitch you anything. But on the basis that you will like it, is there anything that will speak against you just moving forward with me? Then
Right.
there is a chance they're going to ask about pricing, but then you're going to say, look, like, first of all, it's not a sales call. Second of all, why would I put the cart in front of the horses? Like, I have not even showed you what I think may be the possibility or the solution towards this bottleneck. But then if the like price aside, on the basis that you will like it, is this something you will be able to move forward with? On the basis that we will actually be able to solve that bottleneck. Okay, cool. Then do you have any more questions or can I just show you what it is that I'm doing?
Right. What if it's something more? So one of the people that I've um, had this interview call with that went the best in my opinion. One of them
Yeah.
went ahead and got fired the next week, which was shit because he was like not in a financial planner thingy anymore. So now I'm waiting for him to get the job. But another one, I was talking to this girl, this woman in South Africa, if I'm not wrong, and she, despite the fact that she's a financial planner, she's like, yeah, I've made enough money. I've made enough, so to speak, progress in this career. What I'm focusing on right now, she said, is building a team. She wants to sort of pass on the knowledge. Now, while I do know that what we do serves that purpose too, if she's if she's well
Yeah.
branded, if she's well known as the face of financial planning and whatever her city is, do I still go with the, funnily enough, most planners struggle with this, or do I like customize it to her, if that makes sense?
You can adjust the way you speak based on that. So an idea will be, for example, okay, that's absolutely fine. But then let's say her name is gonna be Jess. Jess was from South Africa. Jess, just so I have clarity. So you're currently at max capacity, correct? And you just simply want to build your team now because, as you said, you just made enough money with it. You will just want to have other people work for you. We just simply don't exchange, time for money anymore. Correct?
Yeah.
So if you're gonna build a team, do we both agree that first of all you are not gonna be able to be on the max capacity anymore, and second of all, funny enough, you are not gonna be able to be at the max capacity, but then on the other hand, you're also gonna be struggling to have your people on the max capacity. Correct?
Wait, repeat that. I'm blacking. I'm slow right now.
So on the basis that your current focus is just simply to build the team, you're
Yeah.
currently not going to be able to be at the max capacity and build your team at the same time. Correct?
Right.
So first
Yeah.
struggle will be that you need to deal with your time as efficient as possible. But then on the other hand, while you are not going to be able to be at your max capacity because you just simply need to cut it to have enough time in the day to build your team also will need to have people that they can deal with. Correct?
So you mean switch it from basically I'll help you find a team also and also clients for them
Yes.
because okay.
Because if you would build a brand for someone like this and basically streamline traffic from, you know, all the sources, even the ads, towards her Instagram, not only she's gonna be able to just literally post one story, hey, looking for someone who wants to learn financial planning, but then also it will just build a database that she doesn't need to touch, because you can keep every single person warm and then streamline them to the right people once she has built the team.
Right. Okay.
Do you now see what I mean when I say discovery part may have been good, you just didn't knew how to transition it into a sales pitch?
No, 100%. I think that was my main problem, because right now we were even supposed to have a call with her, with this South African girl, what, 2 weeks ago, and there was a no-show because she told me, "Oh, I'm so sorry. There was a team meeting I forgot about," and now I'm struggling to reschedule again, you know? So I do think I could have, man, basically, if she was way more curious after the first call, if I did everything right, we would have already had the call a month ago, you know? So I do
Yeah,
know I fucked up.
but that's what I mean. Like, this is how you build the curiosity. If you can, even hypothetically speaking, tell them about something that may resolve the bottleneck, and you're, for example, switching the bottleneck or opening their eyes towards a bottleneck that they will face, as an example, if you're building a team. Yes, you will have ducks running around, but do the ducks have enough to eat? Do they have a place that they can work in or at?
All right.
Because this is also something that a team leader very often forgets. That yes, I want to build a team. I want to have people working for me. Oh, do I even have enough database to feed them?
It's a good point. Okay. So, but the structure, the overall structure, I should be focusing on almost ignoring the fact that I have anything to do with marketing until I get a call, right?
Yes, because
Which
in
what I did
the
before.
acquisition, so see that's why I say in your head it will be the easiest way if you separate those three things from each other: acquisition, wall; sales, wall; service delivery.
Yeah,
Because the purpose of all of those three things is completely different. Yes, you're currently a one-man company. That's why you can mix them around a little bit. But by the end of the day, in acquisition, what's the main goal? It's to sell the meeting. In sales, it's to sell the solution. In service delivery, is to provide the results. So
right.
you are not able to mix them.
Okay.
And as
If
a matter of
I'm
fact, I'm pretty confident in saying, while you were reaching out to that woman, have you asked her how is it going with the team? How many people does she already have? Were you taking interest in her team, or were you just focused on when can we speak? When can we speak? When can you speak?
I did the interest part in our first call, like I focused on
No. I mean after the meeting,
let me
when you were
see.
supposed to speak to her again.
Let me find her messages. I said, "Hello, Farzana, just here to tell you." Oh no, this was already the okay, this is WhatsApp. Let me find her. Let me just quickly find the conversation. I'll
No,
tell
that's
you
fine.
exactly what I told her.
And that's fine. And while you're looking this, also listen to me partly. I hope you
Yeah,
have at least some kind of, multitasking management.
I'm good at multitasking. It's all good.
You're a fucking trader, so generally, yes, like I will hope it.
Yeah.
So for example, when you will switch her bottleneck or the bottlenecks she may face once she build a team, it will be also great. I'm assuming, because I have not spoke to her, there is a huge chance she was an emotional buyer because she's a woman. Like, I'm not being sexist, like women are just generally speaking more emotional. So you could have also said it with a story that, for example, for a fact that when you were building your business and you were
Right.
building the team in order to stop exchanging your time for money and have other people also do it for you, you have forgot this aspect, which would be, for example, that your people have also enough things to deal with. Because initially you are hiring, yes, to expand your revenue, to expand your operations, but then by the end of the day, it is also to save yourself time. And if you're gonna hire, if you're gonna waste your time or even invest your time towards educating someone, and then you are not able to provide them enough work, it's a lose-lose situation for them and for you.
Right.
And you're saying from experience.
Yeah. I see. Okay, found it. Basically, we talked in December. The structure I followed back then, since I was saying that before I will dedicate a
Yeah.
service to this, whatever, I would wait a week or two and then I would text and be like, you know. So with her in January 15th, so basically like a week before we started working with you, I texted her. I said, "Hello, Farzana, Happy New Year, parenthesis, although a bit late. I hope you enjoyed your holidays. I recently came across something that reminded me of our previous conversation." She answered, "Hey Alex, haha, never too late for well wishes. Thank you and Happy New Year. What did you come across?" I said, "You mentioned you were looking for financial planners to hire and take under your wing." And then I said, "Firstly, do the planners in question have to be located in the same country?" That I asked because of that other dude that I told you that got fired.
Yeah.
Because he specializes in cross-border situations. So I figured,
Yeah.
maybe I can, put them together, make a percentage off of it. Anyways,
Yeah.
she said, "Hi Alex, yes they do." I said, "All right then. On a different topic, I think I might be able to help out with what we discussed previously. Would you like to schedule a call this week to discuss it in detail?" She said, "Hi Alex, can you refresh my memory?" I said, "You've mentioned some of your goals relating to building a team. I think I have just the thing for you, and I would love the chance to discuss it with you. Would you have time next week?"
See, but that sounded salesy.
Yeah?
That sounded like you want to sell her something.
So what should I, was it okay before that?
Yes, till that point it was fine, but then instead of saying, "I think I have the perfect thing to show you," what you could have said, "I remember we were discussing that you wanted to build a team. Honestly, I would just want to figure out how is it going so far. And there is also one thing I wanted to show you. So would you be available for 15 minutes, let's say next week?" Where
Right. So
again,
it's
you're shifting your focus towards just the meeting and not what can you sell her.
uh-huh. So
Because read
something
this message in your head, just literally look at the message again in your head. Does it sound like you are caring about the meeting, or does it sound like you are caring about the outcome of the meeting? Mondrel, I don't think this is the theory you wanted to have,
it's
but
kind of
here you go.
it's kind of both.
It's helpful. It's helpful.
It's kind of both, but it's
Okay,
I read it and it's
but
not perfect. Yeah, I can
yeah,
yeah. So something along the lines of, yeah, but see, if I say something like, "Oh, I remember we discussed something about you building a team. I am genuinely wondering how that's going. Would you have 15 minutes to chat about it?"
no, but then you also add, and by the way, I still wanted to share with you what I recently discovered.
Uh-huh. So I go, "I would love to see how that's going. And also on a side note, there is something I've recently discovered that I would love to discuss with you. Do you have some time?"
or, or share
Right?
with you.
Yeah, like whatever. Do you have some time? Is that not also salesy for one? And for two, it feels like this is the kind of message where she'll go, "Oh, I'm busy. I don't need this shit." You know what I mean?
But then you could have literally said something like, "I will just want to have a quick catch up with you. Especially, you can tell me, what are your goals for this year and stuff like that."
Right.
Your microphone just died, I think, or it just disappeared. Damn. Ta-da!
Yeah, never mind. I had two roommates being loud. Never
Oh,
mind. Okay, I see. So okay, so then we had the no show, and then because now we're already talking WhatsApp, I said, "No worries. I hope it went well. Let me know when you reschedule our call. Then I did a follow-up message. I said, hello, Farzana, I hope you're well. I haven't sent the link. Okay, here's the link for rescheduling our call next week instead. No reply. And then I said, just checking in on Farzana, did you see my last message? And then I got an automated message of currently on leave. Thank you for understanding, whatever. Now, question
But
is,
then again, you were just spamming her with the links instead. You could have literally just said, like, how are you doing? By the way, were you able to find time that suits you best?
no, but that's kind of like how I was saying. I said, I hope you're well. I should have gotten this to you sooner. We talked about, like, I tried with her at least. She's one of the ones I talked to that
Okay,
we
but
were
wait a second. At
friendly with.
this time, you already had her WhatsApp. Have you tried to call her?
No,
Why not?
because she said she's on leave. So I felt it may be intrusive for one, and for two, I thought like at least when I was talking to Nikita, he kept telling me, he told me about, because okay, there's different opinions from different agency owners I've talked to about this on the limit of follow-ups you should do before you forget it, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Sure.
But then literally when you have received a message saying she's on leave, you could have literally just called her and be like, "Oh, I have seen you on leaves on leave. Are you on holiday? Ah,
Is it,
cool. Where did you went to?
or is that
Ah,
not
okay.
intrusive?
No, you already spoke to her once. And besides, you're not calling, be like, "Hey, I saw you have not answered my messages. Are you ready to reschedule?" No, you can just literally act like a fucking human. Be like, "Hey, I saw I was trying to read to you, and I got a like automated response that you're on leave. Are you on holiday? Ah, cool. Where did you go to?
Fair,
Ah,
fair.
cool. I was there with my family last year. How do you like it? Okay, cool, cool. How long are you on leave, if you don't mind me asking? Ah, cool. Luke, I have noticed that you have not responded to my last two messages. Can I ask you something anyways? Like why I already got a hold of you?
Yeah,
Okay, cool. Luke, you're saying you're back at like 18th of February, correct? Is it fine if we just have a quick catch up on like 19th of February? Because I don't want to, disturb your holiday right now.
fair.
Okay, cool. Will 12 a.m. CET work for you? Just as simple as that. Like act like a fucking human being.
Yeah. Okay. We'll
Yes,
see.
there is a limit of how many follow-ups you should do before you don't want to get fucking blocked. But if
Yeah.
someone is clearly not responding and you have the opportunity to call them, why don't you just call them? Especially because very often when you call someone, you just can catch them off guard.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what should I do now, considering that that message was automated one, and for two, it was last Tuesday? Do I text her, hi, how are you, whatever?
No, just call
Like,
her.
to call her tomorrow?
Just Yes, just call her tomorrow. Just assure yourself that it's not in the fucking morning. Just look at like middle of the day
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
and just call her and act like a human.
Okay.
Obviously, with the idea that you want to book her in, but nonetheless, just act like a fucking human.
It's like a friend, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yes,
Fair
because
enough.
like even if you will want to go on a date with a chick, yes,
Yeah.
are you gonna immediately tell her, "Oh, I'm gonna do bad things to you in the evening," or are you gonna act like you want to actually get to know her and just enjoy the evening that
Okay.
you have planned anyways? She can just join you.
So act like I don't have ulterior motives at all times until I actually have the call. Got it. This kind of also applies to
Yes,
other shit. Okay. Fair.
no, like genuinely, because then you're actually a fucking human being.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, and how would I like for A/B testing, how would I change? Because the only thing this type of answer, the not sure if this is relevant to you thing seems to be getting people curious. And what should I change it with to not give marketing vibes? but also get them to identify with the
See,
problem.
the problem is you don't mention marketing. And Alex, what the fuck does your LinkedIn profile say when someone clicks on your LinkedIn profile? Does it say marketing?
It says, as we did with Nikita, it says trader, copywriter, then it says European International Law, Technology Law Track, and then it says founder at FinScribes. So it doesn't say marketing.
Okay, does it say that FinScribe is a marketing company when you click on it?
No. Like you can go on the website, but my website is not done yet. So
No,
it's
that's fine because when I look at your message, I don't see any particular reason why someone will assume that you're doing marketing.
no, but it's not. That's not my point. How do I, because I want to change it. I want to switch the lack of credibility to something else. But if I do something like I don't know, lead generation issues, then it's
No,
kind
no,
of
no, you're gonna be fucked.
exactly. So how do I change? That's my point. How do I change it to not give the marketing hint? Because so far it's all good. But if I change it, because so far it's also giving a lot of negative replies. You know what I mean? How do I change it to
Give me one
not
second.
be salesy but also get better replies?
Why don't you change it to something like client disengagement?
Client disengagement.
Yeah.
Like with lack of credibility, I'm assuming I'm gonna get a bunch of messages saying, not sure what you mean. I've gotten that quite a bit. What do I go from there? What do I do from there?
Well, you can easily say, look, I have noticed that a lot of people, when they are financial planners, they either have the problem that just the time management does not work, because I know that as a financial planner, you just simply have very long hours. Then you also need to, be available for your clients. And at the same time, you may struggle with client participation. So I was just wondering if I could have a quick 15-minute call with you to see if this also affects you in any way or not.
Right, but that's not something I've seen talked about enough in like financial planners communities and stuff. A lot of them seem to have a problem more of Like you can kind of think of them as traders, but that work also with people. They wanna do chill, they wanna have a bunch of money. Most of their clients come from networking, and yeah, okay, financial planning is a job, but at the same time it's all sales. Everybody who I talked to where I said that we both know your job is basically sales, everybody was like, yeah, you know? So it can be something close, because I want to, like, it should be something that's specifically financial planner wise. You know what I mean? Right? And client
Yeah.
disengagement, it feels vague enough to where they could see it as an automated message to just a bunch of different niches.
Yeah.
I did lack of credibility because I tried to get it as close to them as I could, if that makes sense.
Mm, trying to give me 1 second because I'm going to read.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I need to jump off now.
Okay, see you, Manjul.
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum.
No. No.
Now I feel bad because I feel like I took him off the call.
No, I mean, he wanted fucking theory. Here's theory.
Yeah, theory in
Well,
practice.
I'm thinking about either marker perception
Market perception.
or something that goes in the direction of long hours and work-life balance. But then again, like work-life balance is a very fucking bright spectrum. With like, I fucking hate when someone asks me about work-life balance. So I don't have a balance. I just like work. I just like money.
Yeah, but this is not true for financial planner is the weird middle. Like it could work, that's my point. Like it's the weird middle between entrepreneur and 9 to 5.
Yeah,
It's the vibe I get from them a lot. Because they have this I want to work for myself shit, but at the same time, oh, I'm hired by this company, and I'm hoping maybe I can build my own client book, you know?
yeah. But then in that case, long hours and work-life balance
Could
challenges
work.
will actually
Yeah.
work.
But then how do I, let me see. So what if something like, I'm trying to learn about how,
They're like, honestly, you can technically speaking leave the structure as it is just to test it. Then in the worst case, we can fine tune it. But like if you look at this structure that you have, yes, give me 1 second. This is literally the same structure here. The only thing changed is literally, I just sent it to you on Zoom. The only thing changed is literally how long hours and like balance challenges impact your business instead of lack of credibility.
oh, this is perfect. This is what I was doing. I was looking at the old message and I was trying to fit it in there. So I'm trying to learn about how long hours and work-life balance challenges impact your
5
business.
minutes on Reddit.
Reddit was so funny with financial planners because
I fucking
besides
hate Reddit. I never understand how fucking Reddit works. I know that it's so powerful. It's fucking
no,
retarded.
for research is a gold mine. I swear, and you also get your fun because what I was trying to do is be active in the community. I would just like chat GPT questions that people ask,
Yeah,
paraphrase them to be like seen a bit, and then I would just because you can't like they have some rules. Like from some communities, I got banned because I mentioned that I know a product. If that makes
yeah,
sense. Some of them have very strict rules. But overall, you just talk to people and just reading shit, like like people on Reddit basically just overshare for whatever because it's anonymous, right? So they'll
yeah,
overshare a bunch of shit, and there will be questions like, "What do you wear to work?" in the subreddit financial planners, and then there's gonna be like fucking 3,000 comments of people actually going like, "Oh, this is what I wear to work," you know?
yeah,
So it's good overall, but then and you also can have your fun because like sometimes you'll have somebody saying some like replying some unhinged shit to your comments.
yeah.
As a law student, I just keep you know, I'm like, haha.
I know what you mean.
It's like because they go into those comments already triggered, so you've already won, you know.
Yeah.
You just kind of like have fun with them, you know. No, anyways, but that's I use Reddit for all the niche research, you know, because people are just genuinely just honest. If you go to the subreddit CFP, like it's just a bunch of really unnecessary, like people overshare like on a constant basis, you know.
No, I know. But that's why it's a good source of information. Okay, cool. Let me leave you with AJ because I just stole 15 minutes of his time. So if you can just stay a little bit longer because you came fucking late.
Sorry about that. No, for once I
No,
was
no,
not
I'm
for once I was
joking.
not
Like,
in the car. Yeah, no, I know, but for once I was not with the car, and Dutch buses are Dutch buses,
no,
basically.
that's fine. I'm just joking because like Monzo came literally at the same time when you did. So
Funny, yeah.
I'm just joking because technically speaking, I didn't stole 10 minutes of his time. You just came 10 minutes late. But then just AJ, I just gave you the host. Enjoy. Alex, I see you tomorrow
Awesome. I
or
don't,
Thursday.
do I have a scheduled call tomorrow? Let me check.
I don't
No,
know.
I don't, but I'll schedule the next one either for tomorrow or for Wednesday, because I think I'm going to Germany tomorrow to my girl's place. So
No,
I'll
that's fine.
so I'll see when I arrive because I'll be driving.
If you're gonna take a fucking train, take into consideration German trains are
I'm
always
dro
fucking late.
I'm driving.
Oh, okay, cool. Because you mentioned the bus, so I just wanted to say
But
don't
no, yeah,
trust
that's what I said.
German trains.
For once, I was not with the car because I met with somebody that I had to have a beer with for, you know. So when I drink,
Yeah, that's fine.
right, you know. So um,
That's
okay,
fine. That's fine.
yeah,
Okay, AJ.
I'll see you either tomorrow or Wednesday.
Okay, cool. AJ,
Awesome.
I just gave you the host, and
Yeah, sure.
Alex, I see you tomorrow, Wednesday. Yeah?
See you, man. Bye bye.
See you.
Hey Alex, how you doing?
Good, and you?
I'm also doing good. Okay, Alex, I'm gonna be very quick with this.
Did your voice change, or do you have a voice changer on?
No, no, no. This is my actual voice.
Oh, damn. Okay.
So like, what is it? Like, is there anything wrong?
No, it sounds deeper than before.
Okay. No, no, I'm using voice changer. Okay. So Alex, I'm gonna send you a form link. Okay. So you just have to fill this up, and apart from this, I'm gonna send you a Calendly link. And were you taking those 15 minutes calls with Nikita previously?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
but I filled this form last week when I talked to you.
Yeah, yeah, this you have to do every single day. Like whenever you're doing the cold calling, like are you doing any outreach at the moment?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the email to warm up. I'm doing LinkedIn, and we talked about this last time. I finished gathering the database for cold calling and uploaded it to Go High Level, basically.
Okay. Uh-huh. So
So
like you're
that's what
almost
it.
pretty much
So yeah, so I need to. I'm in the process of reviewing scripts for cold calling. Basically,
okay.
I've gathered like over 1,000 contacts. I'm just gonna start
That's fine. That's
uh,
fine. And what niche are you targeting?
financial planners.
Financial planners. And did you ask Ernest about the script?
Now we mentioned it, but then we kind of got derailed. So we talked about
Mm-hmm. No
uh,
worries.
LinkedIn outreach mostly.
No worries, man. I'm gonna ask it for you.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've sent you the link. Just feel free to, book at least a minimum of 2 calls and a maximum of 4 calls this week, if it's possible, because you already mentioned that you're traveling.
Yeah, I will
So
book probably tomorrow. Like your Tate pick. I will book
yeah,
I will book it's funny. I will book probably tomorrow before the second half of the day. I will book both with Ernest and with you as well.
okay,
Okay.
then
Is
that's fine.
that okay?
Uh, yeah, that's fine. That's fine for me.
Let me just save
So
the
yeah,
link.
and apart from this, do you have my contact?
Contact us in WhatsApp?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think so, no.
Okay, so just give me a moment. I'm gonna send it to you right away. and you can just simply reach out to him on WhatsApp. That would be much better. Just
Okay,
send me a hi on
yeah.
WhatsApp.
I'll send you my phone, and then you can. Can you just send me the
There you go.
Calendly link again on WhatsApp? And then this
Okay,
will.
okay, you sent me the WhatsApp.
Awesome.
Just a moment, just a moment. There it is. Chat.
Okay, got you.
So first thing is that I'm gonna pin this form over here. Okay.
Yeah, and also send me the Calendly as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you. Just a moment.
Perfect.
And there you go, my man. There you go. Now you can go ahead and book the calls.
Yeah.
And I guess that's pretty much it. You got any questions for me?
No, man, all good. I'll just book. I'm assuming you also have other calls to go to.
Yeah.
We'll deal with the script.
Yeah,
With Ernest and
I'll
stuff.
do it.
Probably like next time we talk, right?
No worries, I'll still ask Ernest about the script. Basically the cold calling script, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And apart from that, like is this our first call, or Alex, did we talk before?
We had. This is our third call.
This is our third call. Yeah, we set it up the email and the LinkedIn one, right?
I'm the guy with who you had. Well, like I already had my DMARC and stuff done. Do you remember for the email? So we had a call scheduled to set all the email stuff up, and it was
Ah,
already done.
okay.
So you just kind
Got
of
it.
connected it, and
Got it. No, got it, bro. I get it. And
I
what
think
about
it's
the
in,
LinkedIn? What
I
about
think
the
it's in
LinkedIn?
LinkedIn. We stopped on me creating a new one with my other IDs. I'm still waiting for confirmation, basically, like prior, what's it called? Fucking
Verification?
like personality check and whatnot, because I'm trying to,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because it's, yeah, but we discussed and planned like me doing another LinkedIn account on top, because I have multiple nationality IDs.
I see. Okay, no
Oh
worries,
yeah,
no.
and we were waiting for my current campaign to finish to start a new one.
Now I get it. That Volexy one, right?
The what?
Volexy. What was that? Volexy,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah,
And
now
now
I get
this
it.
is kind of what we mostly discussed with Ernest too. We were reviewing my script for
Mm-hmm.
the LinkedIn outreach, because I wanted to change based on feedback, based on
Mm-hmm.
replies. So we were discussing a new version with that with Ernest.
Got it. Just let me know, man,
That's
once
the
you're,
that's the
yeah,
thing. That's basically.
no worries. Just let me know once your campaign is completed, then I'm gonna connect your account with the Infox. Then we're gonna run the campaigns for you.
Yeah.
Just as a backup for you.
Yeah, no problem.
Alright then, anything else, Alex, apart from this?
No, just don't leave yet. Let me copy some of the stuff from the chat,
Sure.
because
Take your
so
time.
I don't lose it. Why
Well,
can I?
by the way, I've already sent it to you. I've sent my number.
No, but this is the message from Ernest.
Oh, okay.
Just
Oh,
give me one quick second.
there you go. I've sent you already on WhatsApp.
Or what did you send me on WhatsApp?
The
The
text.
calendar, no? Or the text? Let me see. Oh, perfect. Okay, yeah, we're good. Thanks. Okay.
Okay then. Anything
Have a nice
else?
one. No, I'll talk to you tomorrow or Wednesday
Yeah,
later.
sure. Please go ahead and book the call and then see you soon, man. Take care. Bye bye. Have a great day.
Too.